Hello, and welcome back to Hourglass episode 13. Lucky number 13? Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm not usually superstitious, but the number 13 so far has not been wonderful. And let me show you why. I signed onto the server to start working on the plans I had made on my last stream. I had laid out some wool markings in front of my build, and some kind sweet soul on the server thought that meant there was going to be more aqueducts there. So you'll see where the, let me show you down here, the path down here, it was this mossy, this stone, and this andesite, and then the markings I had laid out here, like, were at a different level, and I used a different build material for my pathways here. So they took it to mean to drop it down and do the same kind of aqueducts. But I was going to not have that kind of aqueduct here because it's like one of the only sets of builds on this island, so I wanted to kind of leave it visible. But now when you look in that direction, there's just aqueducts. there's aqueducts and glowberries. There's aqueducts basically everywhere. So I've got to visit with my server mates and find out what's happened, where the miscommunication occurred, so that I can come back and hopefully do something else. I don't want to take down their build before I know what's happening. But this puts us back a little bit in the building phase. So I don't know that I'll actually get to the interior because now I'm waiting for an answer. It's already Monday. I was going to work on what I had planned down here. I know I talked about it on stream, but I hadn't talked about it in video yet. But I was going to have the water actually like fall off here and go down into the down into like a boat area, and then have the boat area like dock like right here. And then I was going to take this out to the front and do a different type of aqueduct to give it a little bit of variety and to do the center a little bit differently, a little bit lower profile, so that it wouldn't obstruct the view of the builds. So I don't know that everybody understood my wool marking. It was a different color than the aqueducts. I was using like a gray wool, but it still came across as, hey, put an aqueduct here. Let's go see what we can do. Also, the other thing is it's flooded now. So that is something I don't have to do. So this is more what the island's going to look like. We're going to flood each section. We haven't flooded over here yet because they're not done with the library. And then still holding out hope that maybe a couple builds get done. I know Vault tried some stuff with the center here. So I'm going to, if I can't do my front stuff, I might just pick a little house build spot thing and just build tonight. So if I don't hear back what's going on, I will come at you with a little house build. So let me just go ahead and park myself so I can stop recording, and then I'll be back. Oh, hi, welcome back. Just Zelda here, bringing some updated news and trying very hard to navigate in a boat in F5 mode. It's actually very hard for me to do. I'm not the best boat steerer, but guess what, guys? We've discovered what happened over here, and thankfully the person that worked on this area was not worried, not upset at all about changing things, and letting me kind of put more my original vision here. And so it might look kind of plain and boring and basic now compared, because the aqueduct is such a nice pattern, and they had it has a lot more detail in it, but I really did want something much lower profile then you could still see most of the build. So I think this achieves what I wanted, and plus now we have this boat dock here where people could, you know, potentially get out of the aqueduct system and access these builds by way of these interconnected sidewalks. It's so sad to say that none of the interiors are going to get much love this month. But it does give me like a opportunity to learn how to kind of manage my time a little better. And like, you know, if you get stuck about one idea, don't just keep beating your head against the wall, trying to make it work, make it function. Dun, dun, dun. We gotta fix that. Hold on. If I'm not gonna get the interiors done, the exteriors might as well be perfection. So the fact that you can see into here from outside, I don't think would be right. Okay, okay, good. I feel better about that. I feel so much better. I didn't know that was there. But basically what happened is I had gotten one idea just so lodged into my brain that it stayed there for a couple weeks and didn't ever go away. So unfortunately that meant all of the time that we would have had after the fact on building all of this stuff, like all the interiors, got lost. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that replay for you of the tower, and then I'm going to, while that's going, I'm going to investigate. There's been some changes behind me. I'm going to investigate and see if I can sneak in maybe hopefully 1 or 2 more areas to be built before the end of this month. And I'll bring you back in for an update, and we'll see what we can sneak in these last 2 days. Welcome back! So, I hope you enjoyed the time-lapse watching this tower be created. I want to give a big, huge thank you to the player that you saw in the time-lapse with me, Bowie MTL. He and I used the schematic of my creative build, and he just made the blocks go brrr, is how we said in chat as we're working. Sorry. I thought I was ready to press record, but apparently not. No, my voice is like not ready. So, the reason why I brought you guys back is because we finished our house. Da 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 da. This will probably be the last build I do. And it's one of like 3 or 4 houses right now. So, it's nice that this area is getting developed. You'll see there's still lots of markings. So I think one of the things that I'm going to do, and I did it with the last island, the last island as well, is that, I've got a list of kind of, you know, finishing touches, so to say, to do. And yes, I'm sneaking on the outside of the aqueduct because I can't. Shh, it's okay. But we have a list of like cleanup projects to do on the last white island, and so I think what I'm gonna try for is have like a weekend where I just clean stuff up. And if that means that I come and do some more builds here, we're going to have to. The very last thing I'm going to do is, hopefully I can get some help. We're going to raise the edges up, give this side a lip around it like we did over here, and then flood this side. So we're going to have to get rid of the wool markings, but they were kind of hopeful anyway. I kind of knew that I was being really hopeful when I put them in. So I'm going to take a couple of really good screenshots before we pull them out, and then I'm going to do the lip again, hopefully with help. So if I get somebody roped into working with me, I will definitely thank them profusely for their help. If not, hopefully there'll be a time lapse. I don't know. I'm using hopefully a lot. It's late and I'm tired and I don't know what's coming next. Because the house, while it came together very well for me, it did take a while. It's a pretty big build. and Zelda's very tired from real life. Just waking up at 4 in the morning and driving for a couple hours in the day is very hard, and it takes my body several days to recover, and I'm not several days past the drive. So I'm gonna stop waffling again, like always. I always waffle. We'll see ya.